Flying too close to the sun. Are you a dreamer? I ask you this question because the world is divided into those who dream and take action to make their dream a reality and those who do not. It's the dreamers who take action that shape the reality which we must live in. Despite the evidence before their eyes of the impossible becoming the possible every day, realists, pessimists and cynics blindly choose to confine themselves to the singing of small songs and flightless dreams. Of course, you may think I'm naive to suggest that pragmatism or realism is short-sighted rather than sensible and simple common sense. But it's the dreamers with their appreciation for hard work and effort that fly high in the skies of life, not the realists, pessimists or cynics. The minds of dreamers have wings. Dreamers aren't as naive as others would have you think. Dreamers know that what they want to achieve will take effort and hard work. And they know that they may fail too. But they are willing to do whatever it takes, even crash and burn, to achieve their goals. Dreamers have a growth mindset at heart and recognize the value in putting in the effort to achieve their success. Others, on the other hand, appear to have a fixed mindset in which success is based primarily on natural talent and luck, with failure seen as too big a price to pay for chasing their dreams. Those who do not dream, in effect, clip their own wings. They have forgotten that many of the great men and women of genius were not born great, but achieved their greatest through dedication and hard work, not through natural talent or luck alone. You may be reading this letter, rolling your eyes and thinking, oh, yeah. But cynicism does not become you. You can become a dreamer too. You are braver than you believe. There is perhaps no better way to reveal the power dreamers have to shape our reality than through the example of how the dream of flight turned into the reality of aeroplanes and spacecraft. Humans have dreamt of flying since the first man and woman looked up at a bird and imagined doing the same. In the Greek myth of Icarus, we have a story about a boy who escaped a prison with his father. They flew over the sea towards their home, but Icarus flew too close to the sun and the wax in his wings melted, which caused him to fall into the sea and drown. It's a myth read often as a cautionary tale about watching what you're doing when undertaking a perilous journey or a difficult task lest it lead to failure and death. But the truth is, although Icarus died, the dream of flight did not. In any case, the real lesson of the story isn't about being cautious or careful. No, it's about escaping from the prison of cynicism, about breaking free from the cage in our mind. We are never guaranteed success, but even if we crash and burn, that is a far better fate than remaining cooped up in the prison of a cynical mind. The real failure in life isn't to fail but to fail to try it all. It is said that patriotism is the last refuge of a scoundrel, but pragmatism and common sense are the last hiding places of the cynic. Many centuries after the fall of the ancient Greek city-states which gave rise to the Icarus myth, Leonardo da Vinci developed a design for a flying machine that looks a lot like a modern-day helicopter. Of course, he never managed to get it off the ground, which suggests that we could be more forgiving of our own failings and shortcomings. After all, perhaps like the great man himself, we could be stymied to a degree by being born at the wrong time and in the wrong place. Even if we are dedicated and hardworking, that doesn't always mean we will succeed. We have to be okay with failure, too. Like all those who tried and failed to build a flying machine in Da Vinci's wake, and like all those who have died a death listening to the sound of the cackling cynics, perhaps we just need to accept that the price of being a dreamer is to seem insane to a few. But know this to be true. Like rocks in the river of time, you are the stepping stones to success. It's worth remembering that without the passion and the madness of dreamers who tried and failed, a short trip abroad would be beyond most people's reach because planes just wouldn't exist without the hundreds and even thousands of small steps made by anonymous inventors that live on in the Wright brothers' shadows. Remember, without failure, how can you know what success is? When society ridicules the inventors, the political campaigners, the writers, the artists and the millions of other people around the world, all of whom dare to dream and act towards a more perfect world, it stunts the development of the next grand dream that can reshape the world and enhance our reality. Yes, so it's hard to hold on to your dreams, but it's up to each and every one of us to be dreamers, to pursue the goals that make us happy. And if we should fail, so what, eh? Our failure can light the way for the next generation to take our ideas and make them fly. So dare to dream, and remember that the more you dream, the better our reality will become.